Is it hurting? No pain at all? Okay, and what about your elbow range of motion? I was like, oh, that's cool. I actually think you're getting more and more elbow range of motion as you go.
I was born with a condition called Conradi-Hunerman syndrome, and it is a form of dwarfism that mainly presents as musculoskeletal deformities and abnormalities. And a big part of that for me was limb length discrepancies, where my left leg was shorter than my right leg and my left arm was shorter than my right arm. And so last winter I reached out to Dr. Villerman and her team about potentially undergoing an arm lengthening because of the way that the length difference has impacted my day-to-day activities.
The first stage of limb lengthening is really making the decision to go through this together. It takes a lot of time and investment, both as a family as well as for the patient and also as a surgical team. And so therefore getting ready is sort of the first stage, and making the decision to do limb lengthening is where we start.
Dr. Villerman really put my mind at ease in terms of the ways that we can reduce and minimize the complication risks, and one of those was the close follow-up that she does with her patients. And over the summer I was coming in every week to visit with her, having x-rays every week, and that was really important for me to have that close follow-up, just so that we can monitor it and be as careful as we could.
Limbs can be short for a lot of different reasons, either congenital, sometimes children are born with shorter limbs, or can be the result of some issue with growth over the course of a child's life, whether that's traumatic, an injury to the growth plate, or something related to infection or other causes. We here at Boston Children's have been taking care of kids with leg discrepancies and limb deformity for a really long time. We see a lot of kids for these issues and feel very comfortable with all different kinds of techniques that are necessary for taking care of complex limb issues like leg length discrepancies and limb deformities. The way that we lengthen a limb is by first having to make a cut in the bone. We do it in a special way where we help to maintain the blood flow to the bone so that it can help with healing. Once we make a cut in the bone, we then have to stabilize the bone, and we do that either with an internal device, so it's a rod that goes on the inside of the bone, or with an external device with pins or wires that hook to the bone. Then we let the bone heal for a little bit. Not too long, because we don't want it to heal completely, but we let it heal a little bit, and then start to very slowly elongate the bone through the cut that we made in it. The bone fills in the gap that we're creating very slowly with new bone. Over time, that bone heals in and develops bone that's the same as the bone around it, and eventually that bone is just as strong as the adjacent bone.
Hey guys!
Hi!
What's up, my man? How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
I never realized this, but I haven't had the same length and perfect straight leg since I was 6. So it's been definitely worth the wait.
Caden had a really severe injury as a young child. He was involved in an accident involving a lawnmower. We infrequently see injuries related to lawnmowers, but when we do see them, they're almost always quite severe.
He had several surgeries, and as he started to grow, his leg wasn't growing as it should, and it caused significant impairment to him in his walking.
So Caden is just finishing up what we hope is final procedure for him. He recently underwent an intramedullary lengthening procedure where we used a rod inside his bone to lengthen the femur to equalize his limb lengths. He did really well with that procedure and has recovered nicely. He's in the final stages of healing of that now and is beginning to increase his activity level and is looking really good.
He said once he hits the 100%, you give him clearance, he'll go ahead and start doing the 100% weight bearing.
Yeah. Seeing you walk is really great. I think you're doing awesome. That's exactly where I want you to be at this point. You can start to really work on strengthening.
I can't wait to get back out and fish. I get to play more sports without having length difference or any pain or having to heal.
When you're a parent and something like that happens to your child, you feel really hopeless, you know? And Boston Children's has given us hope. It is where the world comes for answers. It really is. We feel like that. You know, we got our answer.